Tell me your favorite US state, and I'll tell you exactly what type of person you are. Let's go. Let's go. Alabama? Your entire emotional stability relies on 19-year-old college athletes, and mayonnaise-based barbecue is life. Alaska? Oh? You just want to live in a dark cabin, evade taxes, and fight a moose in a Denny's parking lot. Arizona? You think 115 degrees is dry heat, and your entire aesthetic is dust. Arkansas? You're a low-key outdoor hipster who thrives in the Ozarks and will fight anyone who pronounces the s. California? You're either paying $20 for an adapted iced matcha while manifest vaping, or you're a feral mountain gremlin in the redwoods. Colorado? You own 5 different high-end water bottles, a crippling addiction to thrifted fleece, and you make breathing thin air your entire identity. Connecticut? You want to live in a Gilmore Girls episode, but you actually just gatekeep elite pizza and elite wealth, while staring aggressively at Rhode Island. Florida? You possess pure, chaotic main character energy. You look at Florida Man headlines and think, yeah, I could beat that score. Georgia? You mask your deep, chaotic driving behind a sweet y'all and an obsession with Chick-fil-A and sweet tea. Hawaii? You're either a local completely exhausted by mainlanders, or a tech bro trying to escape the Matrix by drinking out of a coconut. Idaho? You're triggered by potato memes because you're actually just hiding out in the most gorgeous, uncrowded mountain lakes, praying nobody finds out. Illinois? You don't like Illinois, you like Chicago. And you will gladly pass away defending a pizza that is literally just a loaf of bread filled with cheese. Indiana? Your dream vacation is a basketball tournament, and your idea of fine dining is a fried pork tenderloin 3 times the size of the actual bun. Iowa? You are aggressively, terrifyingly nice. You take the butter sculptures at the state fair way too seriously. And you find cornfields soothing. Kansas? You think a flat horizon is peak cinema? You chase tornadoes for fun, and you will physically fight Missouri over who has better barbecue. Kentucky? You enjoy smooth bourbon, wearing a ridiculously oversized hat once a year, and pretending your grass is actually blue. It's green, Linda. Louisiana? Your blood type is literally crawfish fat and hot sauce. You don't eat to live, you look at life as one massive, spicy, unhinged party. Maine? You want to wear heavy flannel, eat a $25 lobster roll, and pretend you're a tortured main character in a Stephen King novel? Maryland? You have made a spice blend your entire identity. You put Old Bay on your seafood, your fries, your ice cream, and probably your kids. Massachusetts? You drink a large iced coffee in a literal blizzard, scream at traffic, and haven't pronounced the letter R since 2012. Michigan? You aggressively point at your hand to show people where you live, and you think spending 4 hours on a highway to sit by a cold lake is heaven. Minnesota? Your vocabulary is just ope, just gonna squeeze past ya, and oofta. You wear cargo shorts when it hits a blistering 40 degrees. Mississippi? You are the absolute gatekeeper of deep Southern hospitality, slow-burning summer humidity, and a rich musical history that everyone else copies. Missouri? You live in a state divided by an invisible war zone between toasted ravioli in the east and burnt ends in the west. Pick a side. Montana? You watched 3 episodes of Yellowstone and decided your true calling was to buy a cowboy hat and dog anyone who moved there after you. Nebraska? You have an unnatural, toxic loyalty to a college football team that continuously breaks your heart, and you eat meat-stuffed bread pockets called runzas. Nevada? You're either losing your life savings at a 3 a.m. blackjack table, or you live in the middle of the desert, waiting for aliens to land. New Hampshire? Your state motto is literally live free or die. You live to hike mountains, avoid taxes, and stare suspiciously at Massachusetts. New Jersey? You have a toxic relationship with pork roll versus Taylor ham, you don't know how to pump your own gas, and your diner order is elite. New Mexico? Your entire personality hinges on whether you prefer red or green chili. You live for desert goth aesthetics, Roswell, and hot air balloons. New York? You either walk at Mach 3 speed while muttering at tourists, or you live upstate, buy expensive apples, and call the city hell on earth. North Carolina? You're trapped in a civil war over vinegar versus mustard barbecue, but at least you can hike a mountain and hit the beach in the same day. North Dakota? You are completely immune to sub-zero temperatures, you love absolute isolation, and you're just glad nobody knows your state exists. Ohio? You're completely numb to the internet calling your state a liminal space wasteland, but you secretly know your roller coasters and peanut candy are elite. Oklahoma? You look at an active F5 tornado forming in your front yard and decide it's the perfect time to stand on the porch and drink a beer. Oregon? You thrive in perpetual gray gloom, you own a $500 rain jacket you refuse to wash, and your local thrift store is your church. Pennsylvania? Your friend group is divided by whether you worship a gas station called Wawa or a gas station called Sheetz. It's a literal blood feud. Rhode Island? You drink coffee-flavored milk, live in a historic cottage, and consider a 30-minute drive to be a massive cross-country road trip. South Carolina? You live for Southern charm, boat shoes, and spending your entire summer gatekeeping the beaches of Charleston from northern tourists. South Dakota? You're obsessed with a giant drugstore billboard you saw 300 miles ago, and you think 4 dead presidents carved into a rock is peak art. Tennessee? Your personality is hot chicken wearing cowboy boots you bought on Broadway last weekend and crying to indie country music in the Smoky Mountains. Texas? You have an almost cult-like with a grocery store called H.E. You eat breakfast tacos daily, and you think Texas could survive as its own country. Utah? You live for extreme outdoor sports, drinking massive 32-ounce dirty sodas mixed with coconut creamer and gatekeeping the world's best ski powder. Vermont? You are an eco-warrior who runs on pure maple syrup, local farmers markets, and an intense desire to be left alone in a forest. Virginia? You think your state slogan, Virginia is for lovers, is an absolute fact, you are obsessed with colonial history, and you drive like a maniac. Washington? You haven't seen the sun since October, you're deeply snobby about local espresso, and your mental health relies entirely on staring at damp pine trees. West Virginia? You are a wild, chaotic spirit who thrives on whitewater rafting, country roads, and a local delicacy that is literally just pepperoni inside bread. Wisconsin? Your blood is 70% squeaky cheese curds and beer. You take football tailgating so seriously it should legally qualify as a competitive sport. Wyoming? You love the fact that there are only like 12 people in your entire state. You just want to hang out with bison and avoid human contact.